Oh, hi, and welcome to my 3 minute thesis here. I'm going to try and run through it in 3 minutes, but it's most likely it's going to go over. It's done here. Thank you for allowing me to deliver it in a accommodative format such as this. It's done here by me, Mark Lanoni. All right, so today we are looking at the most effective vocational rehabilitation practices for blind and low vision populations. So my intro here is, that it is no secret that individuals with a debilitating disability have gone underserved in achieving sustainable and meaningful employment opportunities. So individuals suffering in this manner usually experience higher levels of chronic depression, vocational anxiety, systematic depression, and feelings of low self-esteem as a result of the occupational barriers. So based on the most recent estimates from the American Community Survey, 46.2% of the working age population of blind and low vision populations were employed, and compare that with the 78.6% of those who are not disabled. It's about half there, certainly constituting a crisis even. This is kind of repetitive. So so one of the measures implemented to combat this low blind and low vision employment rate is the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act. So passed in 2014 as an amendment to the Rehabilitation Act in 1998. It does a lot of things, but some of the important changes are it gets rid of the homemaker clause. It requires 15% of federal funds for rehabilitation services to be set aside for the pre-EDS programs. We will get more into that. It requires employment goals to be set. It requires enhanced documentation for services to be provided, and documentation to be filled out for service or by service providers, which may not be a good thing for us going into the field, but ultimately it is a good thing. Also, it allowed for non-applicants to receive free ed services, so non-applicants to rehabilitation institutions to go ahead and receive free ed services. So we've been talking about free ed services. What are free ed services? So free ed services are pre-employment transition services. Okay, so here in Arkansas, the ages are, or the target age by law is 16 to 21. However, each state gets to choose which, what their age ranges are. Some are 14 to 21, some are a bit more finite, some are larger, go on. It offers training, it offers post-secondary training and education options. It requires workplace and opportunity readiness skills. It offers occupational development and growth, counseling in all these respective domains. And then instruction on self-advocacy. So basically it's setting you up for success later on in life. So I pre-ed findings and data collected. So the pros were it offered it didn't offer, it manufactured overall lower levels of anxiety and depression among those populations. It manufactured more enthusiastic target populations, right? So if you're less anxious, less depressed, and know you're making progress and can see the light at the end of the tunnel, you're going to be more enthused about life. It manufactures higher levels of gainful employment among those target populations. It also, manufactures higher levels of youth success rate in those populations. So really the only con is that there's reduced focus on older individuals. And okay, so the further research examples, so in conjunction with the lower, focus on the older individuals, so further research example would be um, a more of a focus on the negative effects of the WIOA amendment on the older non-pre-ETS populations, respectively. And thank you. That was my 3-minute thesis. That probably was not 3 minutes, but I got through it as quick as I can and as quick and as complete as I could. Thank you for listening. Hope you learned something.